Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great day. All right, we're going to start on code.org Computer Science Principles, and we're doing Unit 4, Lesson 7, which is on conditional practice. And we're going to work on the Tic Tac Tow level, okay? So you have these others, the emoji app or the movie emoji app, you have the quiz, but we're going to do Tic Tac Tow. So here we go. I'm going to jump in. All right, so it says, the never-ending battle between X's and O's, one of the world's oldest games, is now getting ready for its digital facelift. About time, huh? You're being tasked with developing the brain behind the never-ending drama between the X's and O's. Who wins? Who loses? What makes the game a draw? All right, guys, so let's get going on this with conditionals. We're going to play it real quick. Okay. X's turn, so I assume an X is going to be placed. That works. We're going to place an O. We're going to stop them from going straight across. X is going to go to the middle, and we blocked them. Well, now X, of course, needs to block. And O now is forced to block. X has the middle we can try to win. Might as well come down here. O. Okay, we got a draw. Yep. Nice. Let's see what happens if I X, O. So X always goes first. What happens if I try to put one on the same? Oh, try again. Okay. So I can't mark the same one. So this time we're going to let X win and see what happens. X wins. Okay. Let's make sure O can win. X, O, X, O, X, O. And O can win. Okay. So I've seen all three types of endings. A draw, an X win, and an O win. So let's get coding, shall we? We're going to jump into level 2. Exciting. Exciting stuff here. We're going to always want to stick with the Tic Tac Toe, okay? If you wanted to build the movie emoji app, you would do that, or the quiz, but we're sticking with choice C. All right, here we go. Now, the way I'm going to build this is we'll get level 2 done, and I'll stop the video there. Then I'll create another one for level 3 and 4 and so on, okay? So it says updating the board. The Tic Tac Toe board has been created for us and contains events that will activate whenever a user clicks on a square on the game board. So we're going to be making our X and O selection. When this happens, we'll need to update the game board to display an X or an O depending on the value of the turn variable. So I can see I got a turn variable, a space text, and a game over variable. All right. So the turn variable, depending on the value of the turn variable. Okay. Or an error message if the user clicks on a square that has already been selected. And we saw that where it said try again. All right, so begin the program by creating the conditional logic within the update. So if I scroll down, there's my update board. Okay, got that found. It says create a simple if conditional. That's easy. That's just our if statement. Right there's that simple conditional. Okay. So we got a simple conditional. So it says create a simple if conditional statement that checks the value of game over. All right, so we want to do something with game over. So I'm just going to put game over. And I noticed that they were using camel case. Notice game and capital O on over. So game over. So we're going to create a Boolean in here. If true, then none of the code. So we want the game to not be over is what that sounds like. So let's say not game over, shall we? There we go. So if the game's not over, so if not over, what do we want to happen? Then the code So then none of the code within update should run. So if this was true, so if I said if game over, nothing's going to run. But we don't want that. We want this to run. So this is going to be if not, okay? All the following steps will be nested within the conditional statement. So we're going to put our next conditional inside of this conditional. So it says, create a nested if-else statement. So if-else. Here we go. There's our if-else, but it wants another else on there. And we could do that here, right? Now I have if-else, if, and then else. I'll minimize that real quick and you'll see why we need that. Excuse me. It says create a nested. We did that. That accomplishes, okay, statement that accomplishes the three following tasks. So we know we're doing three things. If space text string value is not empty. So here we go. Space text string variable. So here's my variable. We just want x equals. There it is. So, oops, that should be in that little, throw it away. Why is that not wanting to go in there? All right, maybe I need my math first. Let's read what it says real quick, okay? If space text string variable is not empty, so not empty again, right? Then use the show element. Okay, so that's going to go in there. So here we go. We're just going to type this in. Maybe it won't fight with us as much. And again, camel case, so space text. And it says, if the space text string variable is not empty, so we want an empty string. There we go. And maybe I should put a space in there just to make it happy so it knows there's nothing in there. Well, I'll take it out and see what happens. We can always put it back in. All right, I'm going to click out of there. So if space text is not empty, right, is not equal to empty. So if space text is not, then use the show element command. All right, so we're going to go in here and there must be a show element. Where's that at? Show element. There it is. And the ID it says is player one. Oh, wait, no. Try again argument. There we go. There's our try again label. All right. If space text is not string value equal to x, so that's what we've got. Or wait. Is not empty, show element, try again. All right, so now in the else if statement. And the reason I had to open this up is normally we do not have this place for a Boolean to go in, but guess what? Now we do. So else if the turn variable is odd. Oh, so if the turn variable is odd, remember we had turn, first turn right there. So if turn variable is odd, well, let's see. Let's go ahead and start creating this, should we? So we need turn variable. We know that. But I'm going to grab some math real quick. Well, we'll just type it out. I think that's the easiest way to do this so we don't get all stumbled up. So turn variable is not. So I need modulator. So remember, if I divide by 2 and it comes out, so we're getting a remainder. So if I divide by 2, I'm going to get no remainder, right? If I divide by 3, then there's a remainder. So that's going to tell me the difference between odd and even, and we already did that. So there we go. That's going to check if we are odd or even. Okay, I think we're good there. Except guess what I did? I did a capital T, and they did a lowercase t. Yep. Whew. Man, they're killing me here. All right. We're done with that part. There's my turn variable. Set the space text string value variable equal to x. So here we go. We're going to do that. Variable. We'll just grab that x equals. Maybe I will. There we go. And they say the space text. So space text variable string value equal to or we're going to set the value to, oh, I probably ought to make that a capital X. I think that would look better on the game board. Okay, so I just set that to X. Add one to turn. All right, so we're going to do another one. We got our turn variable in that same if else right there, okay? We want to add to the turn. So we got turn. We're just doing the counter pattern. Turn equals turn plus 1. There we go. Turn equals turn plus 1. Like that. It says use the hide element command to hide player 1. Here we go. Hide. And it wants us to hide player 1. Right? Player 1. And it wants us to show player 2. All right. I think that's going well. So what we're doing is X, we're going to place an X. Turn is going to go up by 1. And then it's going to hide that player and show player 2. Now, our next one is just the opposite, right? Our last else is if it's not player 1, then it's going to be player 2, who is 0. We're going to add and hide and show. So I'm just going to copy this. Control C. I'm going to use the down arrow and paste it. Now, we don't want to do an X this time. We want to do an O. And turn plus 1. There is another way to do this. Maybe I should show you guys that. Variable. Let's go into show text. So right here, I'm going to open this up and do turn plus semicolon. We go back. Okay, so this is the more common way to do the counter pattern is like that, but you know. Now, I got to switch these around because we're actually on player 1. So now we're going to be on player 2. So hide 2, show, make sure 1. Now, I think we've accomplished everything that they wanted. Let's try it. Run. XO, X wins. Well, you know what? We're getting X. Well, we're getting it to go back and forth. That's what we wanted. So I'm going to say we got to do some more coding on these other levels to decide who's actually winning, right? So far, so good. I'm going to stop the video now. Be sure to check the next level. It's going to be lesson 7, or yeah, I'll title it Unit 4, Lesson 7, Level 3C. Okay? Have a great day. Hope to see you on the next video.